You all in the front rows are the people who make it happen. You all are the ones that are there on the front lines every day, and I could not be more proud of why we're here this morning to celebrate you all. We're going to go through the award of Valor, which are some of our staff that have done incredibly heroic measures at very challenging times. And we have a lot to celebrate, and that's what we're going to be talking about today.
There was a call on the radio at our prison for a fight. As I rounded the corner, there was an inmate that had a staff member hostage. More staff started arriving, then the negotiations with the offender started. One of the first things I said, I know you have stuff that you need to get off your chest, but this is not the way to do it. Once he felt he had gotten what he needed and got his issues off his chest, he looked at me and said, I'll give you the weapon, but you have to come take it. And I walked up and I took it, and then I separated the staff from the offender, and it was over. There was nothing that compares to that moment. There was so many other people that played a part in it. It wasn't just me.
I was the first one to respond and actually pretty well handled the situation. I had a little bit of rapport with the offender, and so we could talk and communicate a little bit easier. I'm also an instructor for anger management, defensive tactics, first aid. I'm qualified to teach like 20 different classes for DLC. It's all about reading people. As long as he was talking to me, I knew she was fine because his concentration was on me. We did what we had to do, and everybody got out of there unharmed and safe, and that was the main thing.
Very seldom are we in a room, particularly a front row full of heroes. And your quick action, this describes.
Well, I was coming home from work, and I'd seen this little kid running down the street just in a diaper. And anyway, I got out of the truck and hollered at the little kid, and he was kind of freaked out, and then he jumped back and he started up down the sidewalk. He couldn't talk. He was that young. And there was nobody around, and I was, what am I going to do? Finally, a lady pulled up, and she had a cell phone, and I asked her if she could call the cops. That's just something I would do normally. I don't see myself as a hero.
Well, May 12th of 2018, we had a disturbance at Crossroads Correctional Center. I happened to be a lieutenant on shift. We had 2 dining halls full of inmates that refused to go back to the housing units after our dinner meal. And we also had a disturbance in the kitchen, some inmates refusing to work. There happened to be some cooks and some COs that were still back in the kitchen area, myself and a couple others. We went and got those people out before the mayhem really started, and that's really the reason why we're here today. It's the person to your left and right. Those are the people that are going to make sure that you go home safe. And I can't say enough about the people that were there that night and the people that were there after and during the process, and even every day. I'm just one of them. And as far as I'm concerned, I was just doing my job.
We got the cooks and the other correctional officers, we got them out, we isolated, contained the situation. You know, all the CERT teams showed up, and we had off-duty personnel come in, and they assisted, and everything was great, and there was 0 injuries to staff. We had, I had numerous other veterans working with me that night as well. And between our DSC training and our military training, it assisted in definitely helping with, the peaceful ending that we got. I'm just thankful for, everybody that showed up that night. It was a long night for sure, though.
We have had a very exciting year in the Department of Corrections. We've had a lot of challenges in the last year, but we've had way